We then cut to Eric sitting on the toilet while looking at old photos reminiscing about the past. He looks at pictures of Nikki, Angie, and himself before we see that he took several photos of Angie's mangled corpse. He reaches for some toilet paper only to realize that he's out, so he calls his mom to bring him some more. When she hands him the roll, she tells him that there's two detectives downstairs waiting to talk to him. Eric finishes up and walks downstairs to meet Detective Packard and Detective Kraft. His mother tells him that they're here to talk about what happened to Angie. Detective Packard tells Eric that Detective Kraft is only here to take hair samples, if that's okay with him. Eric tells them that they can do what they gotta do. They then sit down in the dining room while Detective Kraft cuts off pieces of Eric's arm hair for evidence. Detective Packard tries to sympathize with Eric, telling him that he knows it's difficult for him, but he still has a few questions about what happened to Angela that night. Eric corrects Detective Packard with a simple Angie, telling him to call her Angie. No one ever called her Angela. He says fair enough and asks Eric if he and Angie lived together a few months ago prior to the incident. Eric confirms that he did. Detective Packard continues by asking if they had some sort of disagreement, leading to Angie leaving and Eric having to move back home. Eric responds with unfortunately. The detective then asks if they've spoken since their disagreement. Eric gives a slick response saying no. She made it pretty clear that she was done with me. She dropped me pretty hard. The detectives finish up their questions and begin to leave, telling Eric that he'll keep them updated on if he hears or remembers anything that will help them on the investigation. Eric says sure, but before they could walk away, Eric stops them and asks if they don't have much to go off of. What do they have? Detective Packard tells them that they found a few blue fibers and some hair that wasn't hers. He says that he wouldn't worry about it though. They'll just test his hair against the hair they found on Angie's body and he'll be clear to get on with his life. But by the look on Eric's face, we can tell that he's not gonna let this slide.